All right, let's get some work done here.
Hey, let me give you a call back. It looks like someone's here already. All right, bye. Welcome to Point Nissan. How may I assist you?
I'm looking to buy a car.
Where's your parents at?
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, what's up, babe?
Hey, I was wondering if you ever wrote that song
What song?
for the video we are putting out this week.
Oh, I completely...
Did you forget?
Yeah, I was working on Cedric's commercial, and I completely spaced, man. I gotta get started, because when's that due, tomorrow?
Yeah, it's due tomorrow.
Oh my god, I cannot believe I forgot to write this. What am I gonna write? Oh my god. God, I can't think of anything right now. Does this thing still work? Sean, you need to write a song, you dum-dum. I don't know, I'm not feeling that. Maybe a good old sampler will help. I need to go outside. I gotta get out of the studio. I can't do it anymore. I'm done, man. I'm done with product placements. I just want to live and create on my own time. I give up. Well, hello world, welcome to Raccoon Point Studios. I'm Sean Bombs, and today we're doing something different on the channel. We're taking a look at a plugin geared towards video makers, video editors, film enthusiasts. If you're new to the channel, I usually do a lot of music production, guitar pedals, effects, synthesizers, hardware reviews, plugin reviews for pro audio, but I also make music videos for artists that I work with. I do social media content for local businesses.
Oh, you was waiting for that box to bust me in my head, weren't you? Well, I was waiting for you to get up here and buy a car. Man, who threw that box?
I have done my first commercial for a local business that is being broadcasted locally. I'm not a colorist. I am not a cinematographer, although I respect the craft and I aspire to be that one day. I am mainly a music producer first and a recording studio owner, but I love all this stuff. So this channel, we do also showcase different pieces of gear in the photography or camera world, just not as often as the music production world. So with that, I will say that Dehancer is right up my alley because I love film emulation, especially for music videos. Anything that I want to give a little bit of grit to, it really helps go a long way.
About Dehancer, they reached out to me, asked if I wanted to be a part of the affiliation program, and they didn't pay me to say anything. They're not paying me for this video. They are, however, providing me with the plugin, and I get to keep it. If you like it, use my 10% off code down here somewhere, and I'll leave it in the description.
So you can use it in DaVinci Resolve, Final Cut Pro, Adobe Premiere, even Photoshop and stuff like that if you want to. It has a bunch of different tiers as well. You can have just get the Dehancer Breathe and Damage, maybe just the Halation, maybe you just want the film grain. But then you have Dehancer Light and Dehancer Pro. So the Light is obviously going to be missing a few things, and the Pro is going to have everything. Let's go to the intro. I used a Blackmagic 6K cinema camera with a Sirui 75mm anamorphic lens with the 2x adapter. This is a 2x stretched anamorphic thing happening. And I was able to convert everything from log to what you see just using this plugin. The cool thing is you have your source up here. So you have Rec 709. So if you just shot from your camera without log, you can use this plugin over that, or Rec 2020. And then you have all these different ways you can use it, but then you have different vendors. So you have your Apple, you have Ari, you have Blackmagic, Canon, DJI, all these different companies, and they update these things as different cameras come out, you know? You might ask yourself, well, dude, you got DaVinci Resolve. Why would you even bother if, you know, they have their own little film emulation? And they do, but it's limited. With this, you get all these different film emulations, and that's a lot. Now, I don't know if I'll ever use all those, but it's nice to know that they're there. I just happen to like the Kodak Portra 400. I think I looked up what was a common film type, and I tried it out and I liked it. As soon as I converted using the Dehancer, the colors looked right to me out of the box. But I'm not a colorist. You get the film emulation, which is going to be basically the color and the look of things. And then you have a film developer, which after the fact, you can boost the contrast, check the gamma if you need to change the gamma at all. See how it got brighter that way? So it's basically, I guess, like the midpoint. Color separation, color boost if you want a little bit more. Then you have film compression. Not really sure how much, let's see. I don't really have it doing much, and I don't think I'm doing anything with it, honestly. I do know if you mess with this tonal range, it changes the highlights. See? If I go that way, they're flatter looking, and I don't like that. And if I go this way, it's a little bit too bright in certain areas. So I'm just going to put it back to where it was. And you have expand, which you can mess around with the black point and the white point. Let's see, color, Luma. I guess you can mess around with the Luma. Yep. See that? You know, so if you do it with normal, it's, wow, it's affecting the whites as a whole. If you do it with Luma, it's a little bit less. I mean, that's extreme, but you see it's changing the luminance as more than it's just changing the actual color white. I'm not an expert. I just play one on YouTube. The cool thing here too is this print. So that is, if I have it linear, it has a lot more dynamic range. The shadows aren't crushed or anything, but I quite liked the Fujifilm look. This color head, you can change the way the colors are in the whole thing. So if I gang this up, enable it, you know, you can make everything more green. You can make everything more reddish. You can take the gang off. You can, you know, take green out, and then you're getting that. You can put more green in, maybe go that way. But then you have also this. I guess this is kind of like your color wheels and your shadow tone, blah, 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 that you would see in a color grading suite. I liked it the way it was, so boom. Then film grain, it's very simple. If you don't have it on, you don't have any film grain, enable it, you have a little bit. I like it at 11. I didn't want this to be aggressive. I wanted it to be just a little bit, because I've been noticing at a lot of shows that I watch that are using film grain, it's very subtle. It's not overly done. You see it if you're looking for it, but it's just a little bit of grit. So if you change it to 8mm, it's going to be more pronounced. And if you pull it up on the amount, obviously, there you go. Oops.
Where is it?
You know what I mean? That's a short clip. I should have used it on a longer clip. Then you have halation, and halation is going to extend any kind of light that is in the shot. You can see on my hand right down here, that is from the halation. So it's expanding the light past its actual spot. It's an artifact, but if I take it off, you see it's gone. Put it on, gives a little glow, makes me look more majestic. And then if you can't tell where it's at, you really want to pinpoint how much you have, you can turn your mask on, boom. And now you can see everything. And if you want less, you can go back. I have a feeling that I did this by accident anyway, so we're gonna do the 35. And now I take the mask off, but you can still see, you know, especially when you're going for subtle, it gives you an idea of where it's landing and how much you might want in a particular scene, which is very useful. So obviously that's a lot less. I'm glad I had that 8mm on there so you could really see it. Bloom, you can kind of get that Pro Mist filter look, you know, so if I go all the way up, it's softening my skin.
Where is your parent?
So I brought it all the way up, and obviously it made things a lot softer everywhere, which, you know, is a common thing people use. It gives you the option of not filming with the Pro Mist filter because I personally, I don't care for them that much. They make it a lot harder for me to shoot, and especially for what I'm shooting. If I'm shooting a hip-hop video, nobody needs to look soft. You know what I'm saying? There's a time and place. I like having it in this plugin where I can kind of add it if I want to, and it can be amplified or not. Let's go to a bigger, longer scene, and let's go to film damage, total amount. Let's see, let's make it big.
I forgot to write this.
I like that. You know why I like it? Because it's not overdone. It's just enough. But let's see. Let's mess around. Here's 8mm, so it's going to be more pronounced.
Oh my God.
So that could be very useful.
Write this. What am I going to write? Oh.
That looks really, really good. Then you have film breathe.
Not believe.
And you can see the film breathe is changing the color and exposure.
Forgot to write this.
You can see it changing.
What am I gonna write?
Especially on this 8mm, it's more extreme. If you're really going for an older film, they often, like, there was little fluctuations in exposure and in color. And then gate weave, let's see what that does. Okay, here.
Write this.
Ah, there we go.
What am I gonna write?
So it's just a little shake.
I forgot to write this.
Kind of like the film is a little off to track a little bit or something. You have overscan.
What am I gonna?
And you're gonna get different film thingies. Not sure if I would ever use it. You have vignette. So if you want to, whoa, that's crazy. Woo, you know. If you want to darken the corners,
right,
you can. You can change the size of it, feather, aspect ratio, all this stuff. You have your monitor, false color information. So you're able to see how you expose for things, and it even gives you your value, your center value. And you can see that my exposure isn't bad. Not bad for a music producer. Let's see what the clipping does. Nothing? I don't see anything. You see anything? I guess because I'm not clipping. So if you're clipping, it'll show you that you're clipping. I think the plugin does a lot, especially the Pro version. Having the ability to convert from log straight to a film Rec 709 thing is awesome. There are other programs that do the same thing but don't have the depth or don't have the amount of parameters and things that you can fine tune and change. If you want something simpler, then possibly just go with the film grain module. And if you're just looking for a convincing film grain, again, I'm not a colorist, but for what I do, this stuff is really good, you know, really, really good. So again, if you're looking at this and you want to purchase it or want to purchase any of this, use my discount code. It's on the screen right now, and I'll put it in the description. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, subscribe, hit the like, hit the bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.